Hello and welcome to the beautiful collective. Thank you so much for joining me in my reading room. So today we're going to be doing a special edition, which is guidance for the year 2024. We're on the second day of the year already. Can you believe it? Cannot believe how quickly time has gone by. But really what I wanted to do is to share a couple of messages with a particular theme that would resonate within our collective. So you'll see that the first pile that we have is the Cosmic Ocean pile. I've also got the Pyrite crystal here, Pyrite representing abundance, good fortune. So this is what we'll refer to as the Cosmic Collective reading. We then move over to the Warrior pile, and we've got Hematite, which is a grounding and protective stone. And so if this resonates with you, please move over to the Warrior collective reading. And finally, we've got the Honeybee. So that is accompanied by the citrine crystal, which brings a lot of positivity, good energy, and manifestation. And so if either the Honeybee or the citrine crystal resonates with you, please move over to the Honeybee collective reading. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much for joining. So welcome to the Cosmic Reading, if this was the pile that you had chosen. Now the first message coming through to us is current dreams, future realities, and new beginnings. Well, we're at the start of a new year, so new beginnings is quite fitting. But really what this card speaks about is it speaks about life arising from primordial waters or the great cosmic ocean. So based on old Indian sacred text, it states that creation began within the darkness where all was an unrecognizable salty ocean. And so, even if we look at this card over here, there's a lot of darkness in the card, and again, it's representative to me right now of new beginnings. Even when we think about light shines through. Even in the darkest of nights, you will see the light shining through. So perhaps there is something new that you've been thinking of doing or taking on. Maybe you've been in the dark a little bit about how things would go or how you would kind of see them through. But when you look at what it says about current dreams, future reality, and new beginnings, perhaps this is a sign that you should go ahead and look into that, because the next card that we have is the ripple effect, which is part of something bigger. The details are taken care of. And that's really, that oracle message is to share that whatever it is that you will be working on, when it is for your highest good and for the highest good of others, the details are always taken care of. So the Cosmic Ocean card is a card about promise, hope. It's about new beginnings. It's asking you about what dreams are making their way into your consciousness. And perhaps you've had quite a bit of weight on your shoulders recently, and so you've not really had the time to think about which dreams you'd like to bring into reality. But the Cosmic Ocean card really speaks about the fact that while manifestation may not be have immediate results, time will absolutely bring things to fruition. So also we have the Pyrite crystal, and that speaks about abundance. As we move through, we'll see the theme of abundance coming through quite strongly over here. So the Cosmic Ocean card really speaks about dreaming your dreams into realities. So next we have the Ripple Effect card, and it speaks about being part of something bigger. So when you think about a ripple in the ocean, if the wind is strong enough, it can cause multiple ripples, and the ripple can become so big that it becomes an actual wave. So this card is delivering a message to you that the ripple will soon become a wave in your world. So you're playing a part in the collective ocean of change, and you may not know exactly what your part is right now. It may not be clear to you at this point in time, but your part in the collective ocean does matter, and you are having an impact by the way that you show up on your path. So this could be a sign that there's a project or a creation that's coming to a bigger success than you may have thought, or it could be a sign that you're part of something much bigger than just you. Perhaps some of you really have been kind of thinking about how do you impact the world in a positive way, and that has possibly put a lot of stress on you. That's the energy that I'm feeling right now, because even when we look at the positive affirmation, It speaks about give. Give someone all the things you wish someone had given to you. So perhaps there has been a lot on your shoulders weighing you down, but really it's important for you to know through this message that whatever you're dreaming right now with this cosmic ocean card, know that you are part of something bigger. And I think it's really important at this point in time when you go into this year to think about what are the things that you want to focus on. Know that the details are taken care of in certain aspects. What are the things that you can control, that you can influence to go towards your highest good? So this card, the ripple effect, really speaks about momentum that is building, something that you're taking care of, and then also surrendering to the flow of your own destiny. The activation question with the ripple effect card is, I surrender to the flow of my destiny. I welcome more trust, ease, and support every step of the way. Next, we have this card, which is the raise your vibration card. So the message on how to raise your vibration for the year 2024 for the beautiful cosmic ocean collective that resonated with this pile is to take the weight of the world off your shoulders. Now, the message with this card is that you've gone through difficult times and you've really wanted to provide for your loved ones. But when you detach from your own needs, then it often leads you to a path of despair. So again, you may have been looking at something bigger and worrying about details to take care of, but have you really been taking care of your own needs? So being overly controlling and preventing the support of the universe from your energy field is in fact one of the biggest challenges that we have. We tend to forget that the details are taken care of by the divine. So the message here is to surrender the situation and make way for miracles. That is how you will raise your vibration in 2024. Now, when it comes to relationships, let's have a look at the relationships card. So this card says that the law of attraction assembles happy relationships. Now, when we look at the message at the back, it says that the law of attraction cannot bring you a well-balanced, happy person if you are not already that. The law of attraction, no matter what you do or say, will bring you those who predominantly match the person that you predominantly are. If you are not happy with yourself or with your life, the attraction of a partner will only exaggerate the discord, because any action taken from a place of lack is always counterproductive. Now, the message really here is, and this can resonate with any type of relationship. This can be a romantic relationship, a friendship, a relationship with work, a relationship that you have with a new passion or project. And I really get a really strong sense that there is something that you wish to create, that you are thinking about creating, because it's speaking about new beginnings and putting your dreams into reality. It's speaking about your dreams being part of something bigger, and that the details will be taken care of as long as you take some of the weight of the world off of your shoulders. But this also speaks about the law of attraction. And then we move on to Empress, which is also about creating what you choose naturally and with joy. Empress energy is all about birthing something beautiful. So I really get a strong sense that some of you are looking to create something new. And I know that you would say, well, obviously we're going into a new year and we're looking at New Year's resolutions and all of these things, but I do feel that there's something that the collective that resonates with this particular pile are looking to create, and perhaps it's something where you're looking to give back. You're looking to give back to the world, and the message from Spirit is that the details are taken care of and that you are divinely guided through this. But remember that the law of attraction cannot bring you a well-rounded and well-balanced person or situation or relationship if you are not that yourself. Next, we have the Empress energy, which is a major arcana in the tarot and really strong energy for this reading. So the positive affirmation on the card here is, I create what I choose naturally and with joy. Now, when you look at the beautiful images on this card, you can see that the Empress is ready to give birth to something new. And again, that's why I keep getting this energy of there are creative ideas flowing through you, and you're looking for ways to actually realize and materialize this in the world. But remember to be part of the flow. Remember to be a part of the flow with the universe, and the abundance will come to you because you are being divinely guided through this time. The Empress energy also speaks about a mothering, nurturing energy. So if it is a new idea that you have, this is confirmation that you should keep nurturing that. You should keep loving the ideas that you have. Keep watering those seeds that you have, because again, the details are taken care of. And finally, we have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups speaks, the affirmation on the Four of Cups is, I listen to my heart and follow my knowing. So the Four of Cups is a card of contemplation, missed opportunities. It could potentially mean that you're not appreciating what you have. It can resonate, however it resonates with you, please take that, and whatever does not, please leave it behind. But the Four of Cups really is a card about missed opportunities. And so perhaps you're looking back at the end of 2023, thinking about all the things that you wish you did or you could have done, and you're thinking about how you could potentially do that differently. And that's where this message really comes in, I feel, for you, and that is to take the weight of the world off of your shoulders. Remember that in our lives, in this human experience, there are so many things that we cannot control. We could even try to influence things in some certain extent, but some things we really just truly need to accept. And so take some of that weight off of the world of your shoulders. Perhaps you need to do some sort of a ritual to release any of the old energy, because you need to create space for the new. So the final message that we have for the Cosmic Ocean pile is give. And the message is to give someone all the things you wish someone had given you. And this could speak about multiple different things. This could mean that, you know, when you listen to your heart, this could mean listening to others. If you think about what you've been trying to create, have you perhaps felt that there's been no one to really listen to you and to give you guidance and to hear your opinion and be a kind of a soundboard for you? Is that something that you wish to give to others? Remember that you are part of something bigger, and perhaps you've been part of something bigger and you have felt unheard, or you have felt that you've not received what you have given. Remember, in the exchange of energy, when you give, you will always receive back. The universe will make sure that you receive. So when you're looking to create and when you're looking to give, and that can be your time, your energy, your love, remember to choose things that come naturally with joy to you. Do not be too hard on yourself. Take some of the weight off of the world off of your shoulders, because you are in fact part of something bigger, and your current dreams will absolutely become a future reality. You're at a point of new beginnings, absolutely at the start of the year, but this is also a new beginning for you to listen to your heart, to let go of any missed opportunities, and to create this beautiful abundance for your life. So I hope that this has resonated with you, and I wish you all the very best as you go into the first couple of weeks of 2024. To the Cosmic Ocean Collective, I'm sending you huge love and light, and may your flames continue to burn brightly. Take care and all the best. Hello and welcome to the Warrior Pile. The Warrior Collective is how I will refer to you today. So let's have a look at what the Oracle and Tarot messages are for you as you head into 2024. Now, the first card that we have from the Angels and Ancestors deck is the Warrior card. Now, this is an energy of being fearless and standing strong for what you believe in, whether that is what you believe in for yourself or standing up for others. The Warrior energy really speaks about not backing down, making your opinions heard, and not settling for second best. So a warrior is really someone who is ready and willing to know themselves and to know what needs to be done in order to get where they want to be. So I get the sense that perhaps some of you have been reflecting on the year 2023. Perhaps you're feeling, that there are potentially things that have happened that you're not feeling are in alignment with what you really wanted or with what you desired. I mean, I know we all have a sense of kind of reflecting back and a sense of disappointment in certain areas. But the message for you as you're moving into 2024 is that if you are experiencing any fear at this point in time, know that this means that whatever is going on for you is important, that you do embody this warrior energy, and perhaps you're literally on the verge of a breakthrough. So don't give up, keep going. And if you have a situation on your hands where you're having to face someone or something that's been unsettling, know that you are being guided to call upon your inner warrior. Very similarly, if you've been feeling kind of a lot of heavy energies lately, this is also for you to call upon protection. So say some beautiful words to your guardian angels and ask them to protect you through whatever it is that you're going through. Because even when we look at the Raising Your Vibration card, it speaks about let your inner fire warm you but not burn you. We'll get to that card in a second, but let's move on to the White Witch card. Now, this is a card about spreading light. So the message there is to be the light. It speaks about taking the higher road and choosing the light, removing yourself from those lower experience energies, or those lower energy experiences, sorry. So again, when you look at the warrior is faced with a lot of adversity and challenges. And so the message that comes through with White Witch is that Spirit is guiding you to actually look at those difficult situations and be the warrior, but also to be the White Witch. You know, everything is about balance. And so when you can balance out standing up for yourself, but also knowing when to walk away. You know, the White Witch has got the horned owl with her, which is a symbol of wisdom. So the message on this oracle card is really to reach deep within and find that inner wisdom to know when to walk away. No matter what is happening to you or around you, you always have a choice. That is the message that comes with this card. So you can choose not to be pulled into the dramas or negative energies that are going on around you that's going to limit your joy. So the message around the White Witch card is how can you protect yourself? How can you redirect the conversations to love? And remember that you are an incredible person who can bring the light. But it is important that you make sure that that fire within you does not burn you. Now, the message behind this card, which is to raise your vibration, this is the Raise Your Vibration card for this pile, speaks about the inner fire that you have within you, the passion that you have within you. It's the part of you that wants to make the difference, the part of you that wants to get up and go, that wants to defend others, the part of you that wants to keep going even though everything is telling you to stop. That is the warrior in you, right? That is the fire that's burning bright inside of you. The flame of inspiration in the core of your being is bright. Remember that you are the light. So it lights up, it really lights up when you tune into your passions. But like all fires, if you put too much fuel on it, your inner fire can become too hot and uncontrollable. So it is important to keep it contained and centered, which speaks to my point earlier of being the warrior, being fearless and standing strong, but then also remembering to have that balance and knowing when to walk away, having the wisdom inside to know when to walk away from a situation and when to actually just be the light, when to let the fire inside you burn softly and gently and to just be the light in a situation. So this card really is an acknowledgement of your gifts and your passions, but it is also encouraging you to slow down, to take the time and to rest. I really feel a strong sense of balance, and especially when we look at the positive affirmation card. The positive affirmation card speaks about change, and it says, be prepared. An adventure is coming your way, and that's got the feather over there. So even if you look at the warrior card, there are a lot of feathers symbolized in the imagery. You've even got the white owl, the horned owl. So change is absolutely coming your way. I mean, we're going into a new year, so we can anticipate that there will be change. But the guidance from Spirit here really is that as you are the warrior or the white witch in any situation, make sure that you have the balance. You know, even the hematite is a stone for grounding and protection. So I feel that these cards really all strongly resonate. You know, when we look at the Fool card represents a new beginning. So even on the Fool card, the affirmation is that I am guided and protected on my life journey. The Fool card is all about a new beginning, taking a risk. It's the beginning of a new journey. And so again, we are embracing some form of change as we move into this new year, but the message really is about balance. Now let's have a look at the relationship card. So how will relationships play out for you in the first couple of weeks of 2024? Now, the message that we have here today is I can replace false premises with law-based premises. And the message on the back for you there is there has been a theme unfolding here of replacing flawed premises with law-based premises. And we would like to leave you with a final one. We all make too much of all of this. It's simpler than we all make it out to be. Be easy about it. Be kind to yourself. Do things that feel fun. I mean, that's the Fool going out on his journey, trusting that the universe has got their back. Even the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a card of celebration, of family, friends, success. So, you know, change is coming and positive change is coming, but it's really important to keep that balance and to also replace any false premises with law-based premises. Remember that the law of attraction is a real thing. If I can just quickly remind you over there, if you live in a space of scarcity or lack, or if you live in constant fear, that is what your life will be filled with. And when you see the light, when you are grateful every day, when you find the good in every single situation, you will see more good in your life. So look for things that bring you relief and just easily move into that place, which is your vortex, where all things that you want have already been lined up for you. Isn't that beautiful? So whether that's a relationship with a person, a relationship with work, a relationship with a project, or the relationship with yourself, remember to focus on law-based premises. We then have the Fool energy. And again, as I said earlier, the message here is that you are guided and protected on your life journey. So the Fool journey really is about starting on this new journey and knowing that you are guided and protected throughout. We then move on to the Three of Cups, which is an absolutely lovely energy. So the Three of Cups affirmation is I embrace joyful opportunities. The Three of Cups really speaks about, as I said earlier, it speaks about celebration, harmony. It speaks about family, friendship, and cooperation within those circles. It also speaks about success. So there is celebration, there is success. And I really do feel, beautiful warriors, that as you go through this new journey that you're on, and you are the warrior, but you also remain to be the light and find that balance so that that flame warms you and does not burn you as you go through these changes. I do feel that beautiful things will come for you. As an ending, the Three of Cups is a really positive ending for you. So I'm wishing you all the very best, beautiful warriors. If it is something that interests you, I would definitely recommend getting yourself a hematite stone. And really, I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful 2024. Remember that you are part of the bigger collective, and that the more of us that can spread love and light in this human existence on this beautiful planet, on our Mother Earth, the better it will be for us all. So I'm sending you loads of love and light, and may your flames continue to burn brightly. Take care and all the best. Well, hello and welcome to those who resonated with the Honeybee pile. So let's start off with the first card, and that is the Honeybee. The message for you here is let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in the situation. So as we're moving on through this new year, obviously a lot of us are reflecting on what has worked, what hasn't worked. And I think that the key message here is, as you look at things, that you may not be so happy with the outcome of, it is important to accept yourself lovingly and to have compassion and forgiveness for yourself first and foremost. So compassion also speaks a lot about having heartfelt empathy for the suffering and misfortune of others. But it's also important to remain detached so that you don't take on their sorrow, their distresses, all of that as your own. Some of you might really resonate as empaths, where you really badly want to help someone, and when they're explaining their situation, you feel their sadness and sorrow as if it is your own. And so it's really important also to protect your own energy if you have been going through that a lot. So the honeybee really speaks about forgiveness that is required, but for you to first acknowledge where you might need to forgive yourself or others, where you might need to accept responsibility for any of the judgments that you've had, and you need to actually acknowledge and accept those. And then from there, once you have acknowledged it, once you have accepted it, once you have forgiven yourself or forgiven others, the next step and the most important one is to release that, so that you can then move on to stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what. Because when you do that, beautiful honeybee collective, you will command respect from others. Elk energy speaks about being in a cycle of life where you're struggling to avoid feelings of defeat and despair due to the circumstances that are pressing on you from all sides. It's at that point that you literally need to lift yourself up to your grandest upright posture. Look how beautifully elegant the elk stands in their own power, maintains their dignity. So the message for you really here is, once you've gone through a time of reflecting and looking ahead at the year, have compassion and forgiveness for yourself and for others that may have that you feel may have wronged you, but also be sure to stand tall and maintain your sense of dignity. The elk also is associated with stamina, with strength, and it's quite interesting because we have the strength card here. So there's really a lot of energy around forgiving yourself, having compassion for yourself, standing up in your own power, and loving yourself, accepting yourself truly for who you are. The elk also speaks about courageousness, determination, and power. So remember to stand tall and maintain your dignity. Then we have the next card, which is your raising your vibration card as you go into 2024. And you could almost use this as a mantra for you every morning. So I lovingly accept myself. This is an important message for you to remember, and this is going to help you stand tall once you have released anything that you may need to release or forgiven anyone that you may need to forgive. But the message here really speaks about self-acceptance. We know that self-acceptance can be hard because your ego will constantly try to make your love conditional. Now remember that true love is unconditional. You should love yourself unconditionally every single second of every single day. So, we're always looking at, okay, I will be happy when I've reached this, or I will be happy when I've reached this point. So the message really here is to lovingly accept yourself regardless of the progress that you've made. It's also important to look at the progress that you have made in your life. What have you forgiven and let go? Where have you stood tall? And where have you also received? So the next message here is receive. How can someone support you if you don't let them? Receiving equals charity. And I know that it might sound a little bit contradictory because maybe some of us are trying to stand a little too tall and we're not receiving the help that we need. And that help can be purely either asking someone for forgiveness for something that you've done. I realized the other day I got a little bit upset about something that was actually so small and simple, but I realized that it was from one of my past relationships that had that behavior had actually rubbed off on me. And I sat and I thought to myself, well, wow, okay, I didn't enjoy, when that person kind of reacted that way to me, and I've now reacted that way to somebody else. And I actually, the next morning, just said, I'm so sorry, I do apologize. It's not an excuse, but I did realize that this is something that came up. I feel that it's from a past situation that I still need to work on, but I stood tall. I stood in my own power. I accepted that I was in the wrong, and I asked for forgiveness, and it was received by so much love. So remember to receive. Receiving, when we talk about the exchange of energy, I always think about the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles talks about the exchange of energy, giving and receiving, charity and generosity. When we think about the polarities or the duality in life, it's give and take, it's learn and educate. So again, there's a really important sense of balance. So as you try and maintain that balance, remember to lovingly accept yourself and also to receive. So the mantra around this card for I lovingly accept myself, the vibe of the day that comes in the guidebook is I am love, head to toe, body to soul. So remember to tell yourself this every single morning, beautiful honeybees. Next, we move on to the relationship card, and this is some guidance around relationships as you move into 2024. The guidance here is that I have the power to direct my own thoughts, and the message on the back of the card is your thoughts do create the reality that you live. And one of the most exciting things about beginning the process of deliberately focused thought is the law of attraction. This will bring you evidence of your improved thought immediately. And while old patterns may be hard to break, and you may slip back into old patterns from time to time, evidence of your effort will be undeniable to you. This just makes me think about my story that I just shared with you about realizing that there was a certain behavior I had, and actually being able to accept that of myself, to stand tall, to ask for forgiveness. But that is really understanding any patterns and then releasing them. That is incredibly important. So the rest of the message says, and before long, with much less effort than you spend trying to dodge negative conversations or train another into better behavior, all of your relationships will improve. So I hope that resonates with you. Again, whatever does not resonate, please leave that behind. And what does, please take that with you on your journey. The guidance from Spirit is that you have the power to direct your own thoughts. So, and I'll use my situation again. Now that I've become aware that that is a behavior that I have picked up through, a relationship that I've had previously, I know that I can work on that. I can have compassion for myself and I can forgive myself around that. But I also am aware of it. And also I now have the power to direct my thoughts. So instead of going into that state of mind again, I will now go into a state of mind of love and acceptance and compassion. So I hope that has resonated with you, because, when we think about going through this journey of understanding how we are controlling our own thoughts, or where we may not have control over our own thoughts, but having compassion and forgiveness for ourselves while we're trying to stand tall, maintain our sense of dignity, as well as loving ourselves and accepting ourselves. This is a beautiful inspiration for us to look forward to, which is the star energy. So the star energy speaks about hope. It speaks about bright prospects in the future. It also speaks about spiritual guidance and feeling inspired. So the message on this card is that I am inspired and positive about the future. Now, even if we, go through these series of transformation, we're moving into a new year, the message really for you here today, beautiful honeybees, is that you stay inspired and positive about the future, because you can deal with whatever comes your way. You've already gone through difficult things in 2023, and you're now looking at 2024 and how you can have more compassion for yourself as you move through that year, while still standing tall, while still maintaining a sense of love for yourself. But the strength energy is such a beautiful energy to end off. The strength card really speaks about power. It speaks about courage. It's a card about personal power. And I feel that once you you've gone through this journey of forgiving and having compassion for yourself and others, where you can stand tall, where you accept yourself lovingly each and every day, where you have the power to control your thought and stay inspired about the future, where you're willing to receive positive as well as give. Remember that whatever it is that you take on in the year ahead, you can deal with whatever comes your way. Remember that in this card, you have this being that is approaching a lion with love and compassion, knowing that beautiful things will come when you treat situations and other beings with love and compassion, when you find that inner strength to actually deal with whatever comes your way. So the message here for you, this is the final message for this pile, and that is to really stay inspired and positive about the future, because you can deal with whatever comes your way. Beautiful honeybees, I hope that you have an amazing start of 2024. We've gone through a year of growth and we're now going into a year of action. I feel it's going to be different for everybody, and this will resonate for everybody as we're all on our own unique journey and our own path. But whatever happens to come across your way, I'm sending you lots of love and light. May your flames continue to burn brightly, and take care of yourself as we progress through this new year with new experiences and new beginnings. All the best to you.